to Working from Anywhere Live, which is a webinar where I demonstrate and keep you up to date with the tools and technology that actually work in small business. So tools that save you time, money, make your life easier, and most importantly, enable you to be able to operate your business working from anywhere, just like I do. So today's Working from Anywhere Live is actually an update, and it's an update from Google, because Google have decided to phase out a couple of their desktop applications, and those being Google Drive desktop application and Google Photos desktop application. So these are applications that many of you probably use, and these applications allow you to synchronize files and folders that are stored on your hard drive with Google Drive in the cloud or Google Photos. So they're phasing those out. I think they disappear around March, and they've brought out Google File Stream, which is their business application, and Backup and Sync, which is more aimed at the consumer market. Today we're going to be talking or looking at Google File Stream, which is the business application. You will need to be using G Suite or Google Business to be able to access Google File Stream. This is the one we're looking at. We are in business, so if you're not using G Suite in your business, you should be, and we need to talk. I'm happy to talk to you about that. But yes, we'll be looking at Google File Stream and briefly touching on Backup and Sync. So Google File Stream, what is the main difference between Google File Stream and their previous desktop app? Well, with the desktop app that you previously used, which was a Google Drive for Mac or Google Drive for PC, you were able to select files and folders that were stored on your hard drive and synchronize them to Google Drive in the cloud. So you could select a number of folders and files that are stored both on your local hard drive and in the cloud, so you can access those files and folders from anywhere on any device at any time. But these, of course, took up space on your hard drive. And as well as that, you had then folders and files just stored in Google Drive that you could access using a Google Drive in the cloud in a browser. The main difference with Google File Stream is you get access to all of your folders, all of your files, everything you've got in Google Drive, you can see on your local device as though it's on your hard drive. But the good news is it's not taking up any space on your hard drive. So as the name suggests, these files and folders are actually streamed from your Google Drive in the cloud. So not taking up any space on your local drive, which is really good news. And the other thing with this is you can then open these files using your default applications from your local device. So you get to open these files and work on them using your default applications, as opposed to opening them in a browser and using them in a browser situation. So that's Google File Stream. That's the main difference. There are other benefits and features which I will go over in a demonstration. It's much easier to demonstrate rather than just talk about them. So, and just very briefly, Google Backup and Sync is very similar to the product they're actually phasing out, but the main difference is where they had two different applications for Photos and for Drive, they're bringing them into one. But this is works the same, whereas this synchronizes files that you have stored on your hard drive with either Google Drive or Google Photos. So they're available both on your hard drive and in the cloud, but anything that's synchronized there is taking up space on your hard drive. So that's Google Backup and Sync. Today we're looking at Google File Stream though, and the easiest way to look at that is let's have a look and have a demonstration of how it exactly works. So I'll just swap from sharing the slideshow to share my screen. Bear with me. Hopefully my internet's playing ball because I've had a bit of trouble with internet this morning. Okay, so now you should see my screen, and quite simply, all you need to do is go into Google Drive on your browser, log into Google Drive, and you're going to go up to the settings wheel up here, click on the settings wheel, and click on download drive file stream for Windows. Of course, if you're on a Mac, it'll be download drive file stream for Mac, and you simply download that program. I can't demonstrate that because I've already got it installed, but it's a very, very easy installation. You just go through and follow their wizard there. It only takes a matter of moments. Then from there, you will be prompted to sign into your Google account on Google File Stream. Once you've done that, you look down here in the tools tray here, the systems tray, and there's Google File Stream there. If I open that, it actually keeps me up to date with what's happening in my file stream. If we then click on this icon here, that will then take us to our Windows Explorer. If you're on a PC, of course, you can also just open up your Windows Explorer to find this. And if we scroll down, we will see that Google Drive file stream has been installed and is shown as though it's on our hard drive. But the good news, it is not on our hard drive, and it's not taken up any space. So if I was to double click on my drive there, you will see I have access to all of my folders, all of my files on my local device that are stored in the cloud. So not taking up any space, but I've got access to them. So I might have 100 gigabyte of files and folders in the cloud. I have access to them all here without them taking up space. So if we were to go into one of these folders, I've just set up a demo here, and we click on a file within the folder, an Explorer on our local device. As you will see, it will open up using whatever default application you use for that particular file type. This is a photo. This is a photo of me on a French Alps hike, which is spectacular. Can't wait to get back there. Very spectacular. So digress, we'll just go out of that one. Same with the PDF file. If we were to open a PDF, it opens up in whatever default application you use on your local machine. Whereas if we go to the same folder in Google Drive, so we're on Google Drive in the cloud in a browser, if we were to open that same image file there, it opens it up within Google Drive, and the same with the PDF. If we open up the PDF, it opens that up within Google Drive. So they're just the two different ways of working with your files. So if we go back to our Windows Explorer, so you can work with these folders and files on your local device just like you've always done in the past. You can move folders and files into your drive here, and it synchronizes and puts them in the cloud. So if we were to do that, let's say I can go to our desktop and I'll grab a couple of files from there, and let's copy those. And if we go back to our file stream and go to that folder, and we can paste those in there on our local device. And even if we go down here, we can look into our Google file stream, and you can see that it's working on there, it's securing them, and hopefully within a matter of moments, it's saying it's uploaded 100%. If we then just go to our Google Drive online, we can see that those two files have been added there. So we've got them both shown on our local device, and we've got them in our browser. If you happen to have shared those folders with someone, if you're working on your local device, you're adding files in here, whoever you've shared those folders with, they will be able to also access any changes, anything you've added to that particular folder or any files that you've changed or worked on in there. So that's how you work with your folders and your files. There is, of course, the option to make some of these folders or files accessible offline. And to do that, you simply go to select the folder that you wish to make available offline. You right click on it, you go to File, Drive File Stream, and click on Available Offline. What that will then do, that will download a copy of those folders and the files in it to your hard drive and make them accessible offline. So bearing in mind that will take up space. So you want to limit the amount of files and folders you do that with. Really, the big question is these days, how many files and folders do you really need access to offline? We're more or less online 100% of the time these days. So bear in mind you can do that, but it does take up space on your local drive. The one other thing I will show you that I think something I really, really like, and that is if we open up our file stream there. Previously, with the old desktop app, you could only access one set of folders and files from one account or one user. With Google File Stream, you now have the ability to switch accounts. So if you have staff members that have different Google accounts but have used the same device, they can use the same device and they can switch accounts so they get to see their folders and files that are available to them. They get to see them on that device they're working on rather than someone else's files and folders. So that's a really, really cool feature. Very, very handy. This also means if you're working on another device, any device that has got Google File Stream installed, you can log onto your account and get access on that device to all your folders and files. So I'll just swap here. So that's about it. That's how it works. It's pretty simple, and I think it is a step forward. So it's very, very useful. That's how it works. Happy to answer any questions. And the first question I've got there is from Kay. Yes, I'm recording this, Kay, so you did miss, you come in a bit late, but there will be a full recording that will go out to you. So if anyone's got any questions, ask away and I'll do my very best to answer them. Just pop any questions in the chat there. Kirsten, I've used Dropbox before. Can you share Google file folders like you can with Dropbox? Absolutely yes. You can share Google file folders just like you can with Dropbox. I too have used Dropbox. I no longer use Dropbox. It was too frustrating. I was getting too many synchronization errors. But you can share Google file folders and files with people. You can share them with a number of different permissions where you can give people permission to view them, edit them, or comment on them. You can share them to people that and give them access even if they're not a Google user. You can share them that way, or you can share them to Google users and you can allow them to collaborate on folders and files with you. So it is the one big thing. I know a lot of, Dropbox and that do allow sharing, but I think Google does it a lot better. Like I say, I've used Dropbox before. Google does it a lot better. It integrates really well, and it does allow people that don't have Google to actually access that. So I hope that answers your question, Kirsten. Karen, I'm a convert to Google from Dropbox. Oh, cursed, and won't go back. There you go. Thank you, sister. Yep, thanks. Is there a cost for Google File Stream? Question from Kirsten. The cost is you do need a G Suite account. Now, a G Suite account is from as little as $60 per year to have a Google business account. Absolutely worth it. So there is no other cost. It's something along with many other things that comes with your G Suite account. Okay, thanks. Answered that question. Any other questions? Questions are good. I like questions. Don't be shy. Okay, is there a cost? No other questions? 5. Okay, so is this connected to Gmail? In a way, everything's connected with Google. Anything to do with Google is connected. So Google Drive, Google File Stream, Gmail is all connected. From Gmail, you can attach files from Google Drive. You can save files from Gmail to Google Drive. So yes, Kay, it does. It all works together, and that's why I really love Google and G Suite, because it makes my life easier. I just use one login and I get access to everything. Kirsten, I work offline quite a bit, so will my files, folders automatically update when I go online? Absolutely, yes, they will, Kirsten. Anything you work offline, as soon as you go online again, it will synchronize and everything will be all up into the cloud. So yes, available from anywhere at any time on any device. If you do work offline quite a bit, also it's something I can't cover here, but is covered in one of my courses, is that you can make all Google Docs available offline. So you can choose files and folders available offline, so you can actually work on them as a Google Doc using a Google Docs tool offline, and they too synchronize. Okay, Kay says, so when I'm having trouble sending you a video via Gmail, I will be able to use Google File. Absolutely, Kay. I encourage people to never, ever, ever again send files as attachments, especially if they're large files. If you've got these files in Google Drive, all you need to do is send a link. It doesn't clog up anyone's Gmail, and people get access to that straight away. The other good reason, going a little bit off topic but similar, is if you send a link to a file that you've got stored in Google Drive, if you make changes to that file, when someone opens that link, they see the live version. So you don't have to resend emails as attachments on emails. So I'm pretty sure that answers your question, Kay. Any more questions? We're used up our 15 minutes. This was going to take 10 minutes, but we're happy to go into our 15 minutes here with questions, which is really good. So okay, Kay, will this make upload into YouTube easier? And Kirsten, I'll talk to you about G Suite. Fine. I think we'll move on. If there are any other questions, please do not hesitate to contact me later by any means. There is a full step-by-step course available in the Working From Anywhere Academy for you members, and for you non-members, you can certainly go in there and check this course out. They're step-by-step video tutorials, 2 to 5 minute videos, nice and easy. You can do them in bite-sized pieces and walks you through how to use everything in Google Drive. And for non-members, there is a free 14-day trial on there at the moment. So I urge you to go on and do that course. It will give you a really good overview and show you how to use everything in Google Drive. If you do need any more help, whether it be with FileStream, with Google, with G Suite, any other tools and technology that helps you run your business, don't waste your time. I've already spent thousands of hours and thousands of dollars researching and using and finding the tools that do actually work in small business. Get in touch. Contact me by email, andy@wfa.life. Very easy to remember. Message me, phone me, do whatever you like, but please contact me and we can work out a time to have a chat, and I can help you out rather than you wasting your precious time. So please do that. That's about it. Thank you for joining Working From Anywhere Live, where I update you and demonstrate how to use tools and technology. I hope you've got something out of this session. Thank you so much for the questions. That's really helpful. It helps other people on the session as well. That's about it. Until next time, Have a fantastic rest of the day. Carpe diem and au revoir.